Alright. Welcome back to another episode of the Lunchtable podcast. Lucas, do you want to say anything?
No, this motherfucker said that he has something in mind, so let's go. Before you say that, we got the new mics.
Oh
now,
yeah. How could we not point that out? Me and Lucas have been busting our ass to get all these shits. We finally got some new mics, mic arms, so that we're not holding it the entire time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't that bad to hold it, honestly, if I'm being for real.
Nah, but this is more professional.
I kind of like the way it looks, and
we have sort of a real sort of set now. You know, the beginner set.
Facts. We got leveling up a little bit. It was coming.
Yeah.
But either way, if you want to get right into it.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the thought that I had while I was in the shower, because I was in the shower and I thought about it.
Okay.
But remember how I told you like that Kevin Hart's like kind of like an inspiration for me type shit?
Yeah.
My thought was just kind of like, who inspires you more or less?
Do you got like a top 4? Cause I got.
Go for it, bro. Honestly, it don't matter.
No particular order. Mine is 50 Cent and Muhammad Ali, Andrew Schultz, and I think McGregor.
Okay.
That's 4 people.
Now, of course, you're gonna have to explain why for each. Honestly.
All right, 50 Cent. I grew up with 50. I grew up with 50's music, all of that. Like I told you, like for those of you who don't know, like my brothers and everybody, we just grew up listening to 50 Cent since we were young. And you know, he got shot 9 times and all the hardships that he went through. And yeah, his music, weirdly enough, the hardest tracks, the most gangster shit is nostalgic for me.
Okay.
And following his career up to now, he's like a businessman. He has the books that I told you, the Hustle Harder, the one that I heard, that one, like his books, the vitamin water deal that he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't know. I didn't know about that, but that sounds like something 50 would do.
Yeah, he was
businessman.
Yeah, he made like 100. Well, I mean, it's undisclosed, but it's apparently like worth like more than 100 million.
Word?
Yeah.
Hustler, bro.
Yeah, hustler. Yeah, and all. If you see any of his interviews about hustling and the way that his mind works, it's like it's super inspirational and motivational.
And so that's why he's inspiring to you.
Yeah,
just because of the hustler mind.
His hustler mindset, his music. What?
I fuck with it. And then you mentioned, who was the second person?
Ali.
Ali, Muhammad Ali. Come on. I mean, I think that's almost self-explanatory, but still explain.
I mean, like, I think he's the greatest boxer of all time.
Really?
I think he's the greatest athlete of all time. Like, what encompasses of an athlete in my head.
Really? How so? Like, okay, first, just explain, like, why you say that, because obviously you think that, like, maybe other sports don't encompass being an athlete as much as maybe boxing or the way Muhammad Ali did it.
Nah, I think everybody is an athlete. Like, I watch basketball. I watch all the other sports. I think he's the quintessential, like, to the peak of what an athlete should be.
Okay, so explain why, though, because you obviously don't feel that way about any other athlete.
Yeah. Well, so, like, I guess the people that would be in that bracket before that would be, like, Jordan, I guess LeBron. Those people. Tom Brady too. I think but for like Ali, I think he was more than everything. Like, he was a fighter. He was like a politician. Like, he was not a politician, but he was just like his mind. The way that his mind was like best. Like, he was the greatest of all time. Like, if you ever see some Ali videos, you probably like just watch it, stand there for a while, and just be like, oh shit, this is greatness. Like, have you seen the Jordan documentary?
Which one? The one that he like
The Last Dance.
I haven't seen all of it. I've seen some parts, but not all of it.
Okay, whenever you watch a sport, like you'd be like, oh, that's greatness. Have you ever like thought about that?
Yeah.
Like, sure. LeBron is great or whatever. Like, Kobe was great.
Yeah.
Like, that effect, I feel like Ali had like that to the fucking max. He had that effect.
Okay, damn. And so that's something that you would like aspire to want to be like. Almost.
Yeah, I want to be like, and like the way that he motivated like just the world. It felt like.
Okay, shit. We got a motivational man coming in the works. I fuck with it though. And then you said Andrew Schultz was the third one that you mentioned, or
Yeah, Andrew Schultz.
I don't even know who that is. Honestly, I feel like I should know. I feel like I've heard the name, but
He's a comedian. He's a comedian that actually he was at first he was a comedian, and then you know how you always try to get specials and shit done by like some like for HBO like a stand-up special.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so every like big one corporation like denied him for some like they didn't want him to be on it.
Why?
So what?
Why?
Because his material is like very offensive.
Oh,
like
okay.
It's like those
Okay,
those
gotcha.
types of comedians,
Yeah.
like the old school ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's how his shit was, and at the time now, you know, with like the sensitivity and the culture, that wasn't accepted. So what he did, he didn't like stop. He started posting on YouTube. Like
Word.
you see, have you seen? I'm pretty sure now you've seen like a bunch of comedians post their like clips on YouTube.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
That's all started from him. Like he was the first one to do it, and he also has a podcast too, and that's the reason why I got into podcast.
Oh, nice.
Because of him and Charlemagne. Yeah, they have a podcast together.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
the Burly Idiots.
Oh shit. Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
I've heard of it because you reminded me of him before through that podcast.
Yeah, so he and like he has a bunch of like stuff like on the side. He has a podcast, Brilliance. He has another one. He's a stand-up. He's a comedian, and and I've just seen his like he's been doing podcasts for like and Charlemagne for like 7 years. That shit's out for, and like you can see it from like I started watching them shits when they were like I had like 20K.
How many they got right now?
Like 300K.
Damn,
subscribers.
there's some growth.
They have crazy growth, and he himself as a comedian, like he's like done like he did a TED talk.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did a TED talk. Like now he's like recognized by like all the comedians and shit. Kevin Hart talks about him too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like came from the bottom. Like
I mean, at least you know, it's like
professional standpoint.
At least you taking in like some from the inspiration because, like you know, you said you started this podcast. You know, it's inspired to him. Nice, good shit. Yeah. You know, living the dream.
Yeah.
And then damn, I forgot the fourth person.
McGregor.
That was not the fourth person.
That was.
Oh
the
yeah, I
fourth
thought you said five. That's why.
No,
it was four.
I don't have a fifth one.
But you said McGregor. Come on, talk about it.
Nah, it's just he was just my fighting inspiration.
You think he's like a great fighter?
Like he's not all time. I think so. I think he's up there like top 10, top 5.
Yeah.
Like he's not the greatest of all time. Like I'm not gonna say that. Like he's just like the one that really got me into it. Like the first fighter that got me into the UFC was Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he was a lightweight champion, and then he kind of like started losing, and then he kind of became like a whatever fighter.
Yeah,
it hurts to say, to be honest.
It hurts to say.
Because I was like 9 to 10 watching him.
Yeah,
and he was a champion at that point. I saw him get like the belt, like I saw him do that fight, and then son.
He was not your all might, bro. He was not your all might, bro. If y'all don't know what that is, bro, I'm sorry that y'all don't watch anime, but. That's a great reference. Yeah, it's a great reference.
Yeah, and then I think McGregor, I saw his whole rise, like from before he was the featherweight champion. Like I think his like third or fourth fight in the UFC is when I started being a fan of his.
Oh, where? And you saw like him actually.
Shit,
Damn. Okay, so like, I mean, I can see why like after that first experience, why McGregor would be like a more impactful person.
Yeah.
Honestly, that makes sense.
Like the one thing, like the shit, going back to the Ali shit. Like the reason why Ali, I think, is the greatest of all time of like I've had just athletes in general. Like the feeling that I got from like watching McGregor's rise, like I got that same feeling from just watching like videos of Ali. So if only I could have seen his rise. God, it would have been like crazy.
Okay, you think like if you had seen like Muhammad Ali's rise?
Yeah, because I have the same feeling from just watching clips of it that I know that already happened. Like I already knew that he was the heavyweight champion 3 times.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Damn.
And if you see the way that he fights, it's just like this shit's not possible to do.
That's fine. I mean, and now that you said inspirations, I'm gonna explain a little bit about why like Kevin Hart. And honestly, is just because like Kevin Hart just lives a life that I wish to emulate. Yeah. Just quite simply that. Not even just because he's a comedian, because he had his time. No shots to him, but
Nah, but I threw. It's fine. You can be honest. Pettis for me,
because
Pettis
I
was.
still respect the man. You know?
Yeah, I know, but his stand-up has been. I think we can all agree. I don't think it's a bad thing to say that his specials now, like they do financially do fucking crazy numbers still.
Yeah, but I mean because
But-
he's so famous. I
Yeah,
guess.
but the quality, I think he could
Yeah.
attest to that too, though. Like I'm pretty sure he knows it in himself. Like they're not bad. Like these few specials that he threw out are not better than like Laugh
ones-
Out My Pain.
yeah,
And those ones.
because those the older ones were really, you know. But I still respect him for the man he is today, though.
Yeah,
Regardless, because
100%.
yeah, he's just like I said, and you know he has a family that like I feel like that's always been like my biggest goal in life is just to have a decent family.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and he looks like he has a really good family.
Right. You know, good relationship. He's a healthy man, and just like that's just the kind of man I wish to be in the future.
I aspire to be. Yeah, and he has a podcast too.
A word?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel
But I
like
think you gotta pay
like a little
for it.
talk show or like a little radio show. I
Yeah,
heard about.
but like his podcast is through like a digital platform that you have to pay for.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, like I said, that's really like one of the things that inspired me, just because
That's
he
a great inspiration to have, though.
literally just a comfortable life, like quite literally a comfortable life, happy life, like
Yeah.
at least from what it seems, you know what I mean? It is just social media, but and what you get to see, but you know, something like that would be nice.
Yeah, he's also a pretty good businessman. He be like his movies. It might not be the greatest, but like he's
But the business
The
side
consistency,
of him too, you know,
yeah,
he's
like-
fine. Like he's always been on top of his shit.
yeah.
And even when you think like, cause he hasn't been released in a comedy in a couple years, but now he always been on top of his shit. He always be doing his shit. And I fuck with that. He always making the movies. I fuck with the movies a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
I like Jumanji.
yeah, I like a lot of the movies that he puts out. So that should be nice.
Yeah.
But
Do you have any other inspirations?
I think I'm not sure. Like I could mention other ones, like let's say like even Drake, but I don't want to say that because he's not someone like I would want to be like. You know, people I guess, you know, I always thought about this in my head and just like if someone were to interview me for anything,
Yeah.
and they asked me that question, I would think like I would ask them like, well, what kind of people are you asking about? Like, are you asking about like celebrities? Are you asking about like family members or like relatives that you know
Yeah.
or shit like that? Because depending on that shit, like it'll vary. You know, but like
Yeah, like people that you look up to outside your family, like make it interesting, like
outside my family,
like how I said like athletes.
Okay,
I would have mentioned artists too, but like
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just
okay.
don't
So,
have
so
them.
great,
I
great.
did mention artists. Mention.
Okay, so then someone who now inspires me is that dude that I told you, Robert Kiyosaki,
Okay.
the one who wrote that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Just because he talks about a lot of real shit in that book, that it kind of just like,
Open up the mind.
yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, I like when you first started reading the book until you finished it, like it just opened up your mind, right?
Hell yeah, and throughout the entire time, and you know, is you know, I can't tell it's a good read for everybody just because it's whatever catches your eye, but like at the point I am, like I'm just trying to evolve, and that shit just really like opened me up to the fact that like people can start doing so much more with their lives now if they just try.
Yeah,
You know, so that book has gotten me like really into thinking like, yo, I could be doing so much more. You know, just like being smart about the decisions I make and shit like that moving forward.
Yeah, and it's good that we like agreed to start reading books and shit.
Facts.
Because like I think like books is one way that we can learn a lot from. Well, I don't read because that shit I can't
boring,
read,
bro.
But I can hear the audiobook, like the 50 Cent book.
Yeah.
I asked you that question if you like the moment you started reading it, was it different after you finished it? Because that was the same for me when I listened to 50's book.
Yeah.
Because it was just like it also was cool about that book was like he said a couple of things that reassured what I was already thinking about some things, and it made me learn a lot more and really open my mind and be like, damn, I have to do this or that.
Yeah. That's facts. That's what I'm saying. And so that's I guess an inspiration of mine, because he's just someone who I feel really tells you like you don't have to be a fucking genius
Yeah.
to be smart.
Yeah.
You know, like you can make smart decisions without being the greatest student of all time.
But
or
like, what
whatever.
even is smart? Like, a student is just like a good student is just someone that can just listen, and just do what they're told.
Right, right. Literally though.
Yeah,
Right, because that's
smart. But like, what does
I
that
guess.
really like amount to?
right. And so then I read this quote that was like I had seen like this exchange. I forgot. It was like on an Instagram page that I saw it. It was an exchange between like a father and a student, but like the father had like almost like a rich nigga mindset.
Yeah.
So the student comes home and he's like, I'm sorry, Dad, I didn't get any A's or B's. I only got C's. And he tells his son, he was like, that's fine. C students are the ones who have time to work on other things.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too.
Right. So I was like, yo, that's fire. You know, and not to say that you have to be a C student or whatever, but like, cause you know, I was definitely one of like an A student, like, but I never really tried. So I if I had invested my time properly, I could have been doing other things with my shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't. Right? But maybe if I had found that book early along, maybe, but who knows?
Yeah. Or maybe it couldn't work. Maybe it had to be at the right time.
Yeah, it had maybe. You know,
Yeah.
it's all fuck it. But at least now I have that mentality, and that's what I'm saying. Like the C students, like those are sometimes they slack off, but you know they get their work done sometimes, but they be paying. They could do other things with their time.
Yeah. I can speak for this because I was more or less I was a B student, B-C student.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I had a high A's and B's, but like not really. It was like the classes that like they were like pretty easy for. But mostly I would consider myself a B or C student, and like throughout all that time, like I literally
Yeah.
we went to high school together. I did not care about anything because I was constantly thinking about other things that I could do. And so like and thinking back on it, I wish I would have done more because the only thing I really focused on was like just kind of working out.
Yeah.
Which I need to do, and like I wanted to do then, but like the same thing with you. Like now, if I would have read that book sooner, if you would have came out with that book sooner,
Right.
I would have acted differently and be like, oh wait, no, I should learn and put time and effort on researching things that will help me in the future.
Right. Yeah. That's and the idea is just so learn, but that's why I bought this board game. Yo, you know what? For people that clown me for that $130, whatever. But whatever. You know, this is a efficient board game. Shout out to my man's Robert Kiyosaki because he made this game.
Bro, nigga even knows your name, bro. I can't pronounce that shit.
He founded the Rich Dad Company, I think, some shit like that.
Oh, he is a company?
Yeah, it's like the Rich Dad Company. I think that's it's
What
called.
does it do though?
I think it just honestly teaches people how to
How to invest,
yeah,
or like just how to
Yeah.
function, basically.
basically.
Yeah, I think what would be interesting to talk about is the mentality aspect that that you talk about.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, because he has a great mentality to shit. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
a lot about taking like the time and effort to trying to doing shit and not making sure that you're not wasting your time, because
Yeah.
people quite literally could be wasting their time.
I think most people waste their time,
Yeah.
and not in the sense of like, oh, like to do nothing, or like you're trying to bash it or anything like
But like
that.
a lot of people literally just stay on their phone and social media all the time.
Yeah.
Like, well, even I used to. Like,
Yeah.
I was definitely scrolling
We
through
all-
Instagram
yeah.
for hours.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah, and sometimes I still do. I can't even lie. Like
Yeah.
sometimes there be times I surf the webs,
Yeah.
but that shit. I try to stay away from it a little more now, so
Yeah.
that I could be a little more efficient with my time, trying to learn something new that I could put to use. You know.
Yeah, like learn something new, and that whole mentality aspect, like try to like figure out like what you really want to do, because a lot of people be like, they'd be very nonchalant with how they feel like, or like want to do, like they'd be like almost like school or whatever, like school, they're just doing school right now, and
Yeah.
people think that's just fine to do, and be like, they don't look ahead, like they don't really feel like what they want to do in their whole life, for the whole life. They don't really worry about their career and their future, and I think that is a little dangerous.
And you know what? I think it's also because it's by the school is what's emphasized so much. It's what comes immediately after, which is college.
Yeah.
You know, they emphasize it so much, and so most people's mindset in high school shifts now to what am I doing for the next 4 years?
Yeah.
You know, and for them, 4 years will feel like an eternity of time.
Just how high school felt an eternity of time.
Exactly, because they're only focused on the next 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, so nobody then realizes, well, shit, what am I gonna do after that? You know, expecting to like, okay, we'll figure it out then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That
then
whole
they,
figure it out thing.
yeah, you'll figure it out when though. Literally,
Yeah.
it's
And
just
what?
right. But that's why I like it. Take the time while in college and while in high school to think about it, and that's why the education system should emphasize it more and more and more, like how to be smart with your time,
Yeah.
investing it properly.
Yeah. Really think about and figure out what you want to do. Like actually apply yourself. Because I think all of us, like you were A student or whatever, but
Yeah.
and I was a B student or whatever, but I think most people never really applied themselves. Like maybe they would have applied themselves to the students that really like study hard and whatever that are applying themselves. But like no one really tries to apply themselves in the way of like, all right, let me take initiative and like really plan out my life. Like what do I want to do? Like
I mean,
your real passion or whatever.
yeah, that's so true. But I mean, props to the people who did.
Yeah.
Like, cause I know a couple of people who, like, tried like a lot. You know, a lot of those girls who do like the eyelashes pages or like
The nails pages.
or like Samantha. Shout out to Samantha, the braiding page she
Oh
has.
yeah, Sam Styles.
Yeah,
that's what it's
I
called.
think I don't know, it's something like that.
Yeah.
But shout out to you, keep doing it. You know, but like people like that who at least taking some initiative to do it. Like, you know, it would have been a lot better, you know, doing it in high school. But you know, whatever. Let's just cut that out because
Cut that out. Like why? Like don't think about the past. It already happened.
yeah,
so
fuck it.
just worry about
But at least now, while we're still young.
Yeah.
But a lot of people also do fail to realize it.
Yeah, and it's almost like people just afraid to like. I don't know if it's like afraid or what, or like they maybe don't even really think about it. Like I think most people would be like asleep to it, because like for like so long in school, like you can literally just fuck off. I fucked off.
Yeah, but that's, I think it's kind of goes to what I said is like because it's just like the next 4 years, and those 4 years is what's going to feel like an eternity to you.
Yeah,
you're not thinking about the next 80 years.
Yeah, or 70. Like, do you not like
or even the next 50 years, bro? Because think about like. What are you doing from here to 50? Like, how are you gonna be enjoying your life from that time? You have to do something to be able to get there.
Yeah, like finance, like the financial literacy thing.
Yeah,
is like yeah, you going like you can get that job and like get all the way into the career, but like in those 4 years, like you said, like you can like you have freedom. You're an adult, and back in high school, middle school, like you live under your mom's roof and stuff.
That's the best time to do it.
That's the best time to do it. Yeah, but I'm saying like if you need to like you're an adult now, so like you can go out and get it. Like you literally can leave your house, catch new opportunities and stuff.
Facts.
Right? And those 4 years of college, was just after high school. But people like tend not to do that. They just kind of just stay.
Yeah.
But like now, you gotta use that time wisely. Like invest, learn some skills, learn what you really want to do. Like really apply yourself.
I mean, a lot of people just stop halfway. They don't like it when the challenges come in.
Yeah, people aren't really built. Most people, I feel like, conform to a 9 to 5, and it's just like, I mean, that's it. Like you didn't want to do anything else.
Yeah, damn. I hope that's never me. You know, like I work a 9 to 5 if I have to. You know, but you know, the plan is never to stay there.
Yeah, like the plan is never to stay there.
It's like, never to stay there.
I work a 9 to 5 right now, and I would like work any real 9 to 5. Because I know where I want to be at.
Yeah, and as long as you know this is just a stepping stone to like where you want to be, then it's fine. You know, but just make sure that your plan is never to stay there. You know, and if you are gonna work a 9 to 5, try to do one that is gonna work on a skill that you might need. Like you know, like maybe if you're a shy person, more or less, maybe work a retail job that it might force you to interact with people. Yeah, you know,
develop yourself.
Facts. You know, just pick up whatever you can. Because then that might help you later on in the real world, or not like you already in the real world. So like you should be using this. Yeah, you know? So you gotta practice it, and so to do it, you gotta put it to use.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Like the whole from after 18 to 30 is just like you really get. That's kind of almost like the years that you kind of really have to set up almost. Because wake up 5 a.m, try to do some shit, try to do like a bunch of shit, like 2 jobs, like work 2 jobs. It's fine like when you're like 18 or something, but like you want to work 2 jobs when you're 30 or 40.
Literally, I mean, I would never. I would
never try to. Like
I would never try to.
Yeah, like you have to just keep applying yourself.
But fuck it. just to change the conversation a little bit, there was something I wanted to ask you a while back that I thought while you were mentioning your inspirations, right? You mentioned hearing the 50 Cent audiobook.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, do you think that hearing an audiobook is the equivalent of reading the book? Because, you know, like, you see how, like, for example, and teachers would allow people to hear audiobooks in class whenever we had, like, reading time or whatever?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Like, because me personally, I never thought it was okay for people to say, I'm going to listen to an audiobook instead of actually reading the book.
Well, in school, I just listened to music at that time.
Me too.
I was like, yeah, I'm here, but I was just listening
I have
to
a
music.
book open with my headphones in to act like if I'm like following along.
Yeah, well, for me, audiobooks were always felt like I could learn from them because most of my time, like, I just listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And like it's pretty much the same thing. It's like 2 hours or 1 hour of just listening.
Mm-hmm.
So a book is like what, like the shit was it was like 8 hours, and this is a really long podcast that obviously I'm not gonna do all in one day. It took me like a week or two.
Okay.
Like I would,
Yeah, I get it. So you think it's still like the equivalent, I guess?
It's an equivalent for me. I don't think it's for all people.
Yeah.
I don't think you could pick up information like that. I think it's dependent on person.
Yeah.
I know I can't pick up information that well on just reading a real book because my mind is going to get distracted.
Okay.
Of like literally focusing to read every page. But listening, I can listen all day.
Okay. I mean, you're used to that.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
So it's not that difficult. But I think, I don't know how I feel. I feel like if I'm listening, I think you know what my problem is. I think that if I'm listening to it, I also have to be watching it. Like, in order for it to be like informational for me.
Yeah.
And for me to stay captivated.
Yeah, engaged.
Yeah, because if I'm just listening to it and like I'm still able to see everything else around me, I'm not really listening to it.
But that's like the same thing with music, though. You don't see music.
And I usually don't pay attention to music when I'm not like just listening to music. Like I don't know if that really makes sense, but like, okay,
just explain it because I know what you mean, but just explain it.
Like, okay, so if I'm walking down a new path,
yeah,
right, like let's say a new street that I've never really walked on,
yeah,
whatever, I'm probably not really listening to the song,
yeah,
because I'm paying attention to everything else around me, right? But if I'm like, if it's like, let's say for example the path I take to go to the gym every day, I probably do listen to the song because I'm not really paying attention to the path since I already know it. And so at that point I'm listening to the song. Or like even when I'm taking the bus, I listen to music.
Okay.
You know, because at that point I'm not really like visually looking at anything else. You know, so all I'm paying attention to is the music. But that's kind of what I meant.
Oh, but I mean, but like in a focused state, like like can you listen if you just focus, like you're not doing anything, you still can't really hear audiobook, you think? Like if you're just in your house chilling, like you wouldn't be able to just hear audiobook?
Maybe. But I think reading it would have a bigger impact on me, just because like I'm forcing myself to read the pages and it'll like, it's almost like burning the words into my brain.
I can't do that shit. I just try all of high school and like everything when the teachers would tell me to read a book, I'll be stuck in the same page for the whole time.
Nah,
I'll just flip some pages, but it's
whenever they came back around,
I was like, oh, I should probably like, this feels like what, like 5 pages?
Yo, bro, seriously, bro. I used to be doing the same thing. Like when they, like if they ever walked around, like, oh shit, like, let me move at least like 3 or 4 pages up.
Yeah,
like,
bro, because it happened like a couple of times with teachers that has focused on me not turning a page, bro. You still on the same page? It's like, you paying attention? For what?
Literally, bro. Nah, facts. That's not funny. But, alright. Moving forward, just because I randomly had a thought.
That's fine, but just keep it coming.
Would you ever have a pet?
A pet?
Yeah. And if so, like, what kind of pet would you have?
Wait, if like, okay, I personally, no, I wouldn't. I don't really care for a pet. Like, I don't need a dog or a cat or something.
Okay, why not? Like, you wouldn't want one?
Nah, I just think it's well for me personally.
Okay.
I understand people get some. I am doing this on purpose because I'm getting ready what I'm gonna say afterwards. I understand why people get pets because it's like emotional support and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I think a dog is just stupid to have. I think of it as a stupid expense.
Okay.
Because it's like,
Very true.
because it's just like you just waste all your money on this thing, and it's like almost like caring for like a small person.
Very true.
It's like you gotta feed it, you gotta do everything, and you're not doing shit for me. A matter of fact, I'll clean your shit. Like that don't make sense to me.
Okay, I mean,
That's
I guess.
how my head works.
That's how your head
I don't
works,
care
like-
to cuddle with a pet, son. Like
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, honestly.
you.
I think so, but honestly, just when honestly, I would have a pet just to have someone else treat it right.
You would basically just give a pet to somebody. If that makes sense, like your girlfriend.
Pretty much, 100%. And then
That's a good investment though. Cause like sometimes when they get annoyed, like when you get annoyed at them, whatever.
Yeah.
Or just like go play with your fucking dog that I bought. It's a good investment, a little sneaky investment.
Sneaky investment. Facts. It's just like you have an emotional support buddy, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
You too emotional right now, bro. That's why I got you there.
You angry, bro? Just chill. Nah, that's mad funny. But I mean, unless when you see it that way. But I would literally buy a pet, but yes, like for someone like my girlfriend or whatever. But just because I would feel good about having a pet being treated right.
That's
Just literally because of that.
you just want to see happiness.
Yeah.
It's low key. I mean,
Even in the pet, bro.
even in a pet.
Yeah. There's just at least just one. At least just one. But probably only when I have like a family and my kids would also want one, you know. Just like hit.
Yeah.
I'll probably fuck around with the dog too.
Yeah, I like for me, I hate like I wouldn't have a dog. I think it's pointless. But if I my cousin's girlfriend has a pet, and like a bunch of other, and my brother wants a pet. I'll pet the thing, like I'll like play with it. And
But
stuff,
you don't even think not even. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like even like
Nah, it was
a
pretty much-
like a crazy pet, like a cool pet, even just to have in your animal in your house, like
Nah,
maybe like
'cause-
even like a tiger, just a cool
like
pet.
it's cool. Mike Tyson, not a tiger.
Yeah, I know, but something like that. I kind of wanted to.
It sounds cool in thought, right? But then like I had to buy shit for it.
Yeah, but like
That's why I
but-
wouldn't.
But okay, once they're like rich and successful though, because that's when I would really want to do it. When I'm like rich and successful, I would want to do some shit like that.
I know if I can hire somebody else to take care of it, sure, yeah.
Yeah, because I lied. I would definitely get a pet, but if I could, I would want a panda. Like I would honestly,
Just to look at it.
fuck yeah, nigga. What? You would not want to just be able to have that shit, like or some shit, like.
Okay. You talking about animals?
Whatever the fuck. I mean, but it's still a pet, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a pet, but anything just for yourself. Like I would definitely have a pet panda if I could. Like, and I'll pet that motherfucker too. I'll feed that nigga myself, actually.
I don't know if panda's aggressive. I don't know if pandas are aggressive.
No.
They're not,
Not from what the videos I've seen. Maybe they're tamed. I don't know. But I don't. Regardless, I don't think you can own them because they're like kind of
Endangered?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're going that crazy, then I would rather have a lion. I was always more of a lion person than tiger person.
Okay, but
So I had a lion, a male lion.
that's a little weird. Just
What you mean? A tiger? A tiger?
Okay.
You said a panda, nigga. You said a panda.
Okay. Tigers are weird, but I'm only saying they're weird because like you can't even pet that nigga.
Okay, a panda?
I'll pet that nigga. I'll play with that nigga.
Why you go?
Bro, they playful ass creatures.
Yeah, well, I don't care about being playful. Like I
Bro,
said
but
before
like,
with the
but like the lion, he might eat you, bro. Like
I'm
if you
not
try to
gonna.
pet him,
I'm not
bro-
gonna pet him. I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Yo, I got a fucking lion. It's
Bro.
right there." Like,
Bet. Fuck it. I mean, that's not
I can pet it when it's like a baby.
okay. When it won't eat you,
When it
taking
won't eat me.
pictures of it real close, and then
Yeah,
when it
bro.
don't when it fucking hates you.
Bro, if I have a fucking lion, this fire, bro.
I mean, it probably won't even hate you honestly if you feed it.
yeah. I wouldn't feed it though. Somebody else would do it.
You
Unless I just need to throw a slab of meat. Yeah, I'll
that's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
I'll
Like,
do
you
it
throw
sometimes.
like some steak. Like, hey,
Yeah, I feel like it would be cool for like the first few times, and then you get. Yo,
Yeah.
but just do it, bro.
yeah. Thanks. Sometimes when you're feeling generous, say, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's true. You gotta let them grow up first, seeing you do it.
Yeah.
So that later, like when you have someone else do it, they don't forget about you.
Yeah.
So when you come back every once in a while, they just like, oh, my dad came back. Like, yeah, I still remember you, but you did, bro.
Yeah.
But that's how you would treat your kids too, bro.
Nigga, no.
But you,
Nah.
you would treat your kids with more love than that.
Yes, love, I guess, if that's the word that you want to use. It just makes me, just certain words just make me a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh, word? Okay, so how would you treat your kids?
Not like being cared for. I mean,
Okay, how would you imagine your kids growing up?
doing like I would try. Okay, so seriously, I would try to employ like that mindset of trying to like do a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I
Ideally,
wouldn't want to
if-
do it too young, just because
No, I would do it
it might
like
be overwhelming.
Nah, I won't be like, yo, you have to do this or do that.
Yeah.
I would just like sort of like that time would be like doing stuff. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Like instead of just us like watching something, it would just be like us working out or us doing an activity.
Yeah,
Like
something beneficial almost. Yeah.
And it would be fun and shit.
Yeah, same. Cause I also feel like too young, like kids are meant to like either study, or like even read a book. Like not that reading a book is bad, but like it's not engaging for a child at the time.
Yeah, it's something like a child always be grabbing, like they want to do something physical. They want to be
They
active.
always wanna move. They always
Yeah.
like, So me, I personally said I will want to like put them in like some kind of maybe like fighting classes, some karate, some shit.
100%. That would be.
Yeah, like something just for discipline purposes as well. Like
Yeah.
maybe some music shit.
Yeah, I would do. Ideally, if I was rich, like all the way rich,
Yeah.
I could just pour a bunch of money onto my seeds. I would like do like a whole. I would just put them in MMA. They'll just have like an MMA Monday or some shit, some
Yeah.
stupid shit. I'll put them in gymnastics too,
Yeah.
and sports, basketball, or whatever.
But I also take them out if they don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I'll be like I'll just do them since they were like when they're like young.
Yeah.
So that they just be like, oh, this is just what I do.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do that too.
Like low key an experiment,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
like
just like it's regular to watch TV. It would
Yeah,
just be regular
regular
for them to
to
work
do
out.
it, yeah.
And shit.
That's kind of what I would want to do. Like just like they're young enough to just like, this is your life, bro.
This is like, please let it be.
Yeah, like just let it, at least let it just be a part of your life. Like like absorb it.
Yeah.
Like don't let it be your life, but absorb it so that you can use it. You know?
Please let me manipulate you in a good way.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
I think that's what the intention of most parents going in.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like
yeah.
they get to like, oh no, you have to do this. I thought you
Yeah,
did this. You
yeah.
don't love me.
And I think that's one of my fears. I don't ever want to be like that.
That you'll get too emotional and be like, damn, you don't
Yeah.
want to do this?
Yeah. Like I want to let my kids also figure shit out for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, like I think you should be doing this, bro. But if this is what you feel like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have your back for a little bit. But if I see it's not working out, bro, I'm gonna have to tell you, like, figure something else out too.
Yeah.
Because I want to guide them in the right path. But it's a little scary, I feel like, for a parent. Either way, the first child is always scary, like Mr. Lucas said.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my brother's weirdly enough within 5 years I'm probably gonna be an uncle, and that's mad weird
To think about.
to think about.
Damn.
It's so yeah, because like they're at that point. I don't. Whatever. They're at that point where they think about kids,
Yeah.
so it's like it's getting to that point where it's
Yeah.
like if nothing happens in the relationship, like a bad thing, like,
Yeah.
it will probably be within 5 years that I'll be an uncle.
Okay.
And that was just like, and probably even less. Like just to think about, it's
Yeah.
man weird.
Shit. You have 9 months to think about it. Like, oh, shit.
I mean, I don't care. I'll be like, I'm more so happy because I'm gonna play around with kids. They gonna be stressed because they're parents. I'm gonna just be the cool uncle.
hey,
Be like,
you
yo,
wanna
what's up?
fight? Hey. You want to fight, bro?
He's like, oh, he's
What if
doing.
it's a girl, but what you gonna do?
I would actually rather it be a girl, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're gonna have to explain. Because you grew up around a shit ton of men.
That's kind of why. It would be different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I
then,
wouldn't want to have a daughter though.
damn, why not?
I would prefer a son. I would prefer sons than a daughter.
Like straight up, man. Like if you have multiple kids, not even one girl.
Yeah, but like I would want to have like majority like sons. I let me take that back. I'll be fine. I just want one son, so I can just teach him shit.
That'd be fine if I had 5 girls. That was fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you pass that?
Pass that, yeah. I want to pass out certain things that you can only do to a guy.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause.
But I see what you mean. I see what you
Yeah.
mean. But I mean, you wouldn't want your girls to be like MMA fighters.
Oh no, 100%. They're gonna be able to kill people. But I think that should be for like every parent. Though.
Facts. Nah.
Especially females. Like, if anything, I would encourage if I would have daughters and boys, I would encourage the daughters to learn that more than the guys.
Yeah. Just like for self-defense purposes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not to say that like, because there's also that like like raise your daughters so that they don't be like sluts almost, but then there's like now people are saying no, raise your boys to not have like a rapist mindset.
I have seen that a little bit. Maybe expand on the rapist mindset.
No, but it's just they're like kind of like instead of like blaming the women, kind of like almost to like they should be doing more on their part to not get raped almost.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the whole slut and thing.
It's almost like, nah, bro, you should be raising people to not have like a rapey mind.
Yeah, I mean, you should just be able to raise people according to we all know not to raise themselves.
Yeah,
like
I mean
slut,
that's what I was kind of trying to address though. Like obviously like that doesn't mean anything. I would encourage like both genders to learn to fight just for self-defense purposes. Like,
I want to fight with my daughter. That would be very interesting.
Honestly, me
that
too.
wouldn't be
facts.
Yeah.
Once I'm an old man, she'd probably kick my ass.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
Like I want my daughters to be able to kick niggas asses. If need
bro.
Be.
Honestly, because it's and especially niggas that like not even a nigga that might trying to do something to her, but like even if a nigga like she's dating get disrespectful with her, like yo, man, what the fuck, like he'd be able to fuck him up too, like
Like it would be mad funny. I would like fuck it. I'll bully my sons if they like lose to my daughters and vice versa. It would be equal. Like it would be equal.
I'll be like, yo,
I would shit. I would shit on the girl too, cause like we fuck with the equality shit.
Bro,
like
if you lose, you a bitch, bro. It don't matter.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
what make you a bitch is losing, bro. You better
win,
bro. Facts. But that would be dumb fun. Like just having a household like that. That seems cool. Being able to fuck around with just like that.
Yeah. And then they would also be smart because I would be like, I saw this thing. I don't know why this just it's pumped into my head. I saw this study where they were saying that like
we didn't put a timer, but we'll continue with the.
There was this study. There was a study on how like the kids or like people that are younger, like babies and kids, like they learn a lot quicker. Like just the language super exponential.
Yeah.
And like there was a thingy where this kid was like learned how had took calculus or whatever, and he was like 13 years old or something.
That's wild.
And then it made me think about like how does that really work? Because like if for example like if you're a baby or whatever like middle school, like can I just throw calculus at you as a child? Because
I don't think so.
Let me explain my point because I want to talk about this. Because like ever since you're young, you pick up more stuff, and then as time progresses, that obviously slows down. Mm-hmm. So shouldn't it be flipped that you learn the most difficult things first, and then the easy things
afterwards? Yeah,
because then it would degrade in the time where you can learn the most. Shouldn't you apply that to the hardest things?
Yes, I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. It's just I just feel like the like there's also like a slight balance with how long people can retain information for as a child.
Yeah.
And how long like people can retain information for as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm just trying to say is like not even like retain it for, because people as adults forget shit all the time, but like let's say like, or even like they won't have like almost the ability to make sense of it for a long enough time to stay in their brains. You know, like an adult who reads calculus might have a better chance of understanding the information because they can retain information better than a child might. Than if you're like 4 years old trying to read the words here, not really making sense of each individual word.
But what if you make it to the point where like even you like whenever you're teaching a kid how to read, write, or whatever, you just expand that further, like math and reading. Like instead of you try to teach them how to read like basic words, like just up it.
Yeah, but it's not even about like the teaching aspect. I'm talking more about literally mentally that they can retain the information long enough to make sense of it.
But in that same way, they retain the information of those basic things.
Because, well, that's different because that's something that you would have to do. You continue having to do.
Exactly. That same thing, just apply into the more difficult stuff. Because
I can see what you mean. I just honestly feel my only thing is like literally development wise, like I don't think the brain is capable of like withholding that. Like I don't know how to explain it.
I think I know what you mean. But you're like talking about in the like almost like certain things are just harder to do. I guess is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
It's more difficult to do. But like I feel like learning a math problem while you're like a simple math problem is just as difficult as learning a complicated one. Like a kid who doesn't know how to do math, him starting math is probably the most difficult thing that he's had to do up until that point.
I can see.
The same way as an adult, like I like it would be calculus just because we've been doing basic math or like stuff that's more basic for our lives until we hit that point. But I think
I see it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what made me think about it even further was just like you see all the super crazy athletes that we look up to and whatever. They all started when they were young. Like you could see videos of them when they were young, or like you see people in Instagram too in their clips, like the kids.
Yeah.
They like the boxing ones, the basketball ones. They'd be like, oh shit, this kid is like 10 or 11. He's already like doing crossovers, like on some crazy shit.
Facts.
And the same thing as like the box. Have you seen the boxing kids?
I've never
Or
seen
like
it,
any
but
the fitness kids?
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, like you see that. So like if that's man difficult to do as an adult, shouldn't that work the same way mentally when you apply it to studies? That's what I thought.
I mean, I've also always had the same thought too, more or less, because I've thought like obviously over time people get smarter and at a faster age, right? That's like the shit that people know how to do, or like people learn calculus at the age of like some people at the age of 15 through 18 people are learning calculus.
Yeah.
And there's some shit that people like when they first figured it out, these people were probably like fucking 30.
Yeah.
Or 40, like
Yeah, it's the same. It's like
because they were studying it over time, but like they've made it so that we can understand it, you know.
Yeah.
Like but like that's because we're able to like over time they're giving us more information at once.
Yeah, we're starting
with more
with more.
Yeah, so I see what you mean. So I've always had more of that thought because in my head I was just there like the only way for people in the future to be like and because in my head I was like the future is technology regardless, so most people in general like I'm talking like years and later on in the world, like they're gonna have to know like just technology shit.
Yeah, like
you know, so that means you're gonna have to intake more and more information at a younger age and faster.
Yeah, there's like a real life example is just like us with phones. Like we got phones like rather like when did we get phones? Like really get phones? Like when we were like 10, like we were really small.
Yeah, I mean phones existed even before that. Like,
yeah, but like smartphones.
Smartphones, I want to say maybe like
when
9,
we got
10
around there, right?
Yeah.
And like to our parents, that shit is some foreign ass technology. Well,
yeah, but yeah, it's true.
And, you know, and even the adults that know how to use it, it took time for them to
a long time,
and
it took us less time to figure it out.
Yeah, like as soon as we were born, we can already start the shit.
Yeah.
So like.
I mean, to be honest,
that's going to happen with whatever the next technology is to our kids.
That's true. I mean, yeah, to be honest, like my cousin, My little cousin, she can handle like TikTok shit way better than I can.
Yeah.
You know, because I be like so struggling with that shit. I'd be like, what the fuck does this shit even do?
Yeah, see,
like,
it's already happening. That same thing, like, and that TikTok shit, or like her just applying herself, is just like she's gonna know more about technology than you.
yeah,
will.
because she uses TikTok a lot more than I do. And she sometimes she be telling me, she's like, oh no, you can do this with TikTok, and like you can even do this to the video, this, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
I'll be lost.
yeah, a lot of these people that the TikToks, they're gonna just grow up knowing how to edit.
That's a good skill to at least know how to do, and you know, at a young age, and people get into it.
And we don't even think about it. Like they already know how to edit. Like I grew up, I have older brothers.
Yeah.
So we would talk about like what they learned in high school and stuff, and it was like I was way ahead of them. Like the college classes that they were taking, is the ones that we took like in almost middle school, high school.
Oh yeah, facts. I remember something like that too, because my brother, like, he was taking calculus almost like his freshman and sophomore year. I think it was like his sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
And I was taking calculus senior year of high school, and so he was just there like, that's wild to me. He was like, he was like, honestly, I can't even help you because I already forgot that shit. Yeah. But like I was taking, like, I can't believe you taking that shit so early.
Yeah, and I think that's with most education. Like it's been getting progressive. Like even I talked to my parents and stuff, like they didn't get, well, they come from third world countries, so it's a little different, but like they're like middle school, like as the years go by, like we get taught the more stuff that we figure out and in the world of how to do math and shit, it gets applied to us, because then we like learning new shit that they never knew.
Facts.
Like this new history is gonna they're gonna figure out more shit about the past, and then the kids from the generation that's coming up is gonna learn that.
It's true. It's true.
So I feel like progression is almost.
It's a way to like keep advancing almost. So
Yeah.
But I think that's long enough for today's episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
This was a good conversation, I feel like.
That shit, time flew by.
Honestly. I mean, I hope this is how y'all like it. I mean, it feel real good.
Yeah.
Just be chilling here. But we got take a little break.
We got some feedback from our friends, from Jimmy. Shout out Jimmy, about how he liked the more conversational podcasts and stuff, that we flew better. I think doing podcasts like this is a little better. Tell us what you think about this idea or whatever, how we do it.
Comment, share, whatever. Get it out. Yeah. Fuck it. But I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
And we're going to be on Apple, on Spotify. Make sure if y'all don't want to watch on YouTube, y'all can always listen there while y'all doing nothing.
Yeah, we are on Spotify. I think a lot of people kind of forget that a little bit. Yeah. We on Spotify. You don't need to be constantly on the app. Check it out.
Fuck it. Yeah. All right, peace out.
Deuces.